everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah and I am a yoga instructor and a cat mom. And today I'm going to be moving with you all through a nice little fun heart, chest, and shoulder opener yin style yoga class. So it is only a 20-minute yin class, so it is rather short. But it is still a lovely, lovely class to come to if you're just looking for a nice place to really relax, calm down, and just move deep into your body. So if you've never practiced yin before, yin is a very meditative-based yoga class. It's about finding stillness, coming to your edge. So we're not looking for a specific variation of a pose. There's no end goal to these poses. The goal of these poses is to find what feels comfortable in your body so that you can hold it for a long amount of time. Now, since this is only about 15 to 20 minutes, we won't be holding poses as long as we normally would. Normally we would hold them for about 3 to 5 minutes. I think we hold some poses for like 2 or 3, but it's still a lovely, lovely yin class. So when you're ready, get comfortable. I even kept my slippers on while I practiced. So get comfortable and then meet me in crocodile on your mat. So to come into crocodile, we are going to lower all the way down onto our bellies. So come all the way down to your stomach. Wiggle your hips out wide. So take your feet as far apart from the midline as you wish. And then let your elbows kind of splay out to the sides of your mat as you stack one hand on top of the other. And then lower your forehead down onto your hands. And I like to just take a couple wiggles here for a moment, just kind of allowing myself to sink deeper into my mat, to let go of all holding or tension, and to simply be here on my mat. So close your eyes and cut off the sense of sight. And start to notice as you do this, if you can notice your other senses. Can you feel the texture of your mat? Can you feel the air around you? What sounds are you hearing outside of your mat? Those background noises. Simply notice them, and then come to your breath. And in this moment, take a few deep, slow inhales and exhales. Filling yourself up with a nice, slow inhale, filling up every inch of your body, and then exhaling, letting everything go and sinking into your mat. See if you can feel your body weight sink deeper and deeper into the mat. Then just do that a couple more times. Taking some deep inhales. Exhale, letting something go and sinking deeper. Whenever you're ready, just allow your breath to fall back to its natural pace. And notice whatever there is to notice about your natural breath. Committing to the stillness and allowing the only movements to be your breath naturally moving your body. to our first pose. So we'll lift the head off the hands. And we'll take our left hand and place it closer to our chest. So if we're kind of making our hands in one line, the left hand is closer to your chest, the right hand is closer to the edge of your mat. And you're gonna kind of lift your chest up, push into your hand, and slide your left arm under the right. Reach for the right side of your room, and then lower down onto that left shoulder. And we can stay here and just place the head on the hand, kind of look off to the right if it feels good on the neck. And maybe this is your edge. Maybe this is enough for you today. Feel free to turn the palm up to the ceiling if it feels good. Remembering that we're looking for an edge, for your edge. So not my edge, not anyone else's edge. We're looking for what you feel good in, for what your body wants to hold. So if that's here with just the left hand reaching out, then stay here and honor this. If you wish to move deeper, lift your head and turn it back to center and just slowly start to inch the right hand off to the left. Maybe taking a few moments to just lower the forehead down. Notice how the shoulder feels. Notice if you've reached your edge. And then re-lift the head if you wish to move deeper, and just keep inching that right arm off to the left, coming into bow tie. And if your arm is completely reached out, just take your chin and kind of rest it on that right arm. So the face is kind of hovering over the mat. And then wherever you are, come back to the stillness, committing to the stillness of the body. But remember that if at any point you wish to come out of the pose, if you start to feel pain or discomfort, you can always move out, come to a less intense variation, or come all the way back to crocodile. And the same thing goes for the opposite. If you wish to move deeper, you're more than welcome. Once you've moved in or out of the pose, come back to the stillness. Come back to just following your breath from the nose down through the throat. Maybe in this pose you feel your breath kind of moving through the shoulder blades. Maybe see if as you inhale, you can find expansion. Inhale, feeling your shoulders, the spot right between your shoulders, kind of lifting and sinking up towards the ceiling, down towards the mat, and then reaching out to the left and the right. And then exhale, sinking deeper into all of that space that you just created. And then slowly lift your head away from your arms. Kind of look to the front edge of your mat. And if that right arm is reaching to the left, just slowly start to lift your chest to help guide it back under the forehead. Kind of push into that right hand to lift the chest even more. Slide that left hand back into crocodile. Stack your hands, lower forehead to stacked hands, and rebound. Notice the difference between your lefts and your right. Feel your breath start to sink back into the shoulders, maybe even the arms. So lifting the hands, taking the left hand closer to the front edge of your mat, right hand in towards the chest. And then push the chest up so that you can thread your needle, thread that right arm under the left, reach the right arm to the left. And again, take a moment and just lower the head to that left arm. And notice if this is your edge. Notice how it feels here, maybe in comparison to the other side. And then remembering, if you wish to move deeper, lift your head and bring nose back to center. And just slowly, 1 inch at a time, just inch your left fingers all the way out to the right. But remembering, finding your edge. So maybe your edge on this side is a little different than the other. I know my left shoulder is a little tighter, so I tend not to be able to come as deep on this side compared to the other. And that's okay. I'm honoring where my body is taking me today. And I'm committing to the stillness on this side as I come to my breath. One side of your body is always going to be a little bit more flexible than the other. And that is completely okay. The goal is to simply try to get them to be as close as possible. So here, on this side, whether it's your more flexible or less flexible side, breathe into that expansion of the place between your shoulders, moving up to the ceiling, out to the left and the right, and towards the mat below you. And then exhale, sink deeper into the mat. Use all of that space you created on your inhale to allow you to wash away any tension or holding. And then slowly, to come out of this pose, lift your head. Start to move that right arm back under the nose. Push in. I said right arm, I meant the left arm. So move that left arm back under the nose and push into that left hand to lift the chest so that you can pull the right hand all the way back into crocodile, stacking your hands, taking elbows wide in front of the shoulders, forehead onto hands. And just rebound. Notice something different about your shoulders. Does this crocodile feel any different than the first crocodile we came to? Now we're going to move into Sphinx pose, so lift your forehead slowly off your hands. Lift the chest so that you can pull elbows under shoulders. Taking your arms in front, so the wrists are going to be in front of the elbows. Elbows are directly under shoulders. And we're not sinking in, but instead we're just nice and gently kind of pushing into the arms, pushing into the forearms. And ever so gently, we almost imagine a string, an imaginary string. It's just ever so slightly pulling our head up on our inhales. And a second string is pulling our heart forward, ever so slightly. On your exhale, and just breathe into your back. Pull your breath from the top of your spine down to the bottom, and see if as you inhale and exhale, you can feel your breath moving between each vertebrae. And checking in with your head, just making sure that it hasn't dropped down to the mat, but that you're not holding it up, kind of creating these wrinkles in your neck. Instead, you're kind of looking to the front edge of your hands. So kind of looking to your fingertips. And then, of course, feeling free to close your eyes. And coming into your breath. Coming back to following the breath from the top of the spine to the bottom of the spine. And we're going to slowly move out. So slowly let the elbows come wide. Pull your hands under your shoulders. Allow the knees and the ankles to kind of become in line with the hips behind you. And slowly, see how slowly you can push up into tabletop. And keep the knees where they are. So you kind of notice they're a little bit behind the hips. Keep them there and then just walk the hands forward, one hand print. We're going to come into puppy pose before closing out our practice. So take a moment and kind of rock your hips to the ceiling. And then start to lower your forehead and your chest to the mat. So hips are directly over shoulders. This is a more intense yin style pose. So we're not going to be here as long. But while we're here, remember, if you want to lift your forehead off the mat, that's completely fine. If you want to come into child's pose, you can do that. You can do whatever feels good. Because remember, we're not looking for pain or extreme discomfort. We're looking to wash away the tension of the body. So sink your forehead and your chest down to the mat. Allow your shoulders to open and come to the expansion of the shoulders. Feel your breath moving, opening your chest and your shoulders towards the floor and the ceiling, and out to the left and the right, and sink on your exhale into that expansion. And slowly start to sink the weight into your forearms, lift your head, and then kind of pull shoulders over wrist, and then come onto one hand and then the other. And then just walk it back into a child's pose. Sink hips to heels, stomach and chest to thighs, hands walk out long. Tuck chin into chest, bring the forehead to the mat. And come into child's pose. And let everything go. Allow yourself to relax. Staying here in child's pose for as long as you wish. Thank you all so much for moving and practicing with me this evening, afternoon, or whenever you are here watching this. I really hope you enjoyed this yin style class, and if you did, please let me know by giving it a big thumbs up so I know that you want to see more of this content. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please let me know in the comment section down below, and I will answer those as soon as I see them. And if you're not already following me, go ahead and hit that big follow button. And yeah, I will see you guys next week. So until then, namaste.